bit of a young fellow in the profession, and you thought bade photographers ke books hote hain. I was about 5 years in my career, so you know it was a little presumptuous to say, oh, I could do a book. But I'm saying you anyway said chalo karte hain, and which then means you have to figure layout, you have to figure sequence, you have to figure all of it. That picture of that lady sleeping under the bamboo grove and all that, very early in a sequence, that was the picture that the book was starting with. And when over a period of time, you know, the thing that gathered comments was, to me, it was a kind of image of a very peaceful gaon ka scene. What was actually getting communicated to a lot of people was that, oh, your village is full of lazy people. So I think there was a bit of conflict there, okay? Whether I agreed or not was a different matter. So this photograph actually happened much later. Now, this photograph, this is actually a part of the route. The station where you get off to go to my village is called Memari, M-E-M-A-R-I. Some of you all might know.
Yes.
Yeah, Bardhaman line. So, which to me actually was very exciting because, you know, as a kid, when people told me that the station name is Memari, growing up in Bombay, I obviously spelled it differently in my head. Okay? So when you're driving down, you actually couldn't drive down, you took a cycle rickshaw and you went. These were the kind of scenes that you first encountered. Okay? Lush green paddy fields. Depending on the year, depending on the month when Durga Puja was, is it September, is it October, you know, the sky would be a little different. Okay? This photograph actually was shot a little few years later, but again, you know, so like I'm saying, you know, when you're doing a film, आप फिल्म तो वो जिस सीक्वेंस में आप देखते हो उस सीक्वेंस में आप शूट नहीं करते हो, आप एंडिंग पहले शूट करते हो, मिडिल फिर करते हो, फिर स्टार्टिंग करते हो, फिर बीच सेकंड लास्ट बिट करते हो वैसे. So this is a bit like that, you're shooting, but the interesting thing was, you know, like I said, I mean, my process is that I keep editing as I go along. So it's like saying, okay, you know, there's a jigsaw puzzle that I have to do and I'm assembling it as I go along. So this is assembling it over 13 years. But what I created was an Excel sheet. Now where did this idea of the Excel sheet come in? So you see, when the first year's photographs, when my friends in Bombay saw it, many of them said, hey, this looks like Satyajit Ray's Pathir. Okay? I'm sure some of you must have seen it. I obviously, you know, वो सुन के थोड़ा चढ़ गया था. But then I also realized that it wasn't necessarily praise for my work. It really showed their limited understanding of Bengal, because the only two things that they knew of when it came to knowing Bengal really was either Pathir Pachari, Charulata, that kind, or then they knew Sanjay Leela Bansali's Devdas, which came out.
Half a second, sir.
Yeah.